Hello, my dear friends, my dear family. What a week this has been. This has been my final week here in Spain. I've been a little busy with finals and packing, but overall, this experience has been totally worth it. This week, in addition to finals for all our classes, we had a final field trip together. We stuck pretty close to Madrid. We visited a castle slash monastery slash school slash public library called Escorial. In Escorial, they showed us the caskets of past kings and queens of Spain. There were 12 occupied caskets, 6 kings, 6 queens, and 2 unclaimed caskets. So it's a castle that's still in use. We went to Valle de los Caídos, which means Valley of the Fallen. It's like the tomb of the unmarked soldier. It's dedicated to soldiers who fought in the Spanish Civil War, and it's easily the biggest cathedral slash museum slash castle I've ever been to. It was more modern as well. It was built in 1970, while the other places we went to were built like hundreds and hundreds of years ago. It was really good to be able to go somewhere adventurous with the group one more time. Anna showed me a collection of little figurines she got from each city we went to, and it made me kind of wonder what I have stored up. So I'm gonna go pack. I'll be back. That rhymed. When I was growing up, we moved around a few times, and on my mission, again, I moved around a few times, and so I got really used to packing and moving and having everything I own organized manner in my brain. I'm not saying this is the only way to pack, but this is how I pack. Step 1, make categories. I usually pack my stuff into 3 categories. There's the desk slash school stuff, the clothing stuff, and the bathroom stuff. Normally, I like to pack on my bed because throwing everything out on the floor to pack it up seems messy, and it makes me feel less organized while I pack. So, bam, there's the suitcase. I mentioned before the 3 categories. Well, each category has subcategories like skirts, pants, shirts, socks, and of course, shoes. Make sure everything's nice and neatly folded so it doesn't clutter. Something I usually do when I pack is I weed out things I don't need anymore. And so I thought it'd be fun to go through and kind of reminisce about the memories that I've collected here while I've been here in Spain. Of course, I have the sword. Whoops. The sword came with this box, which I think is going to be really convenient to pack other things into. Up on this shelf, I just have the things that I most recently found from Portugal. I know it looks disorganized, but I promise there's a system here. So up on top, I got my scriptures just so I can easily grab them. I have a bin. Bins are really convenient, by the way. That bin, my parents gave it to me when I went away for college, and I've used it to just like safely pack books and different things that are fragile. It's a great gift idea, super practical. Anyway, there's my bin. I have some art, which I didn't feel like throwing away, over here. I have plane stuff, like old plane tickets and stuff, and just in case I need to keep track of it. I have receipts up here, and this is like the schedule of everything we've been doing in Spain. I have old maps from all the cities right here. I have tickets from the places that we've been that required a ticket. I have my calendar over there and pictures of the family over there. And then I got books over here and random stuff right here. And then on the desk itself, I just usually have my computer and pencils, but right now it's a little more disorganized. And of course, water. Important to stay hydrated. When weeding things out, the easiest thing to get rid of is clothes. Unless you have a sentimental attachment to a certain piece of clothing, you shouldn't have a problem getting rid of it. So I've kept every map of every place that we've been to. Toledo was the first place we went to. It's where I got my sword. I don't completely have them in order, but that was the first one. La Alhambra in Granada. Burgos, where it was super cold. Segovia with the aqueduct. Seville with the largest Gothic cathedral in the world that had that statue of Joseph Smith in it. Another cathedral from Seville. This just fell out of it. San Sebastian when we went up north. The city of Granada. A map of Sevilla. A big old map of Salamanca. The Dragon Tree Park in Tenerife. Avila, where we visited that convent. A map of La Quinta in Portugal. I think our most visited city was Madrid. And of course, the tourist guide for the very city we're staying in, Alcalá de Henares. And here's a map of Alcalá de Henares. Now, maps are great, but they're not pictures, and so I don't think I'm going to keep them, but they are fun to look at once before throwing away. We all got little cards on our door on Valentine's Day. For the most part, you don't really need to keep receipts unless they look like this. This is proof that I paid to live here. So I'm going to hold on to that one, and the rest of these are just from the grocery store and stuff, so I'm just going to throw them in the garbage. Now, sometimes you can hang on to movie stubs and tickets and things like that, unless, of course, you can't read them, in which case it's kind of pointless. The Alcázar from Segovia, otherwise known as Cinderella's castle. Boop. Generalife, the Guggenheim Museum. This was such a long time ago, I feel like. Here's my ticket from Castello de San Jorge, the Palacio de Pena. We spent 1 hour in Merida, La Mezquita Catedral from Cordoba, El Museo Sephardi. Honestly, I don't remember what this is from. Dragon Tree Park, remember this one? And we got a card from a restaurant called La Royerie. Again, fun to look at before throwing them all away. Now here's a moral dilemma. Should you hang on to homework? When I was in elementary, middle school, high school, throwing away homework was like a celebration for me. It was like, woohoo! School's over! Now that I'm older, I've realized that some of the notes I take are actually really helpful and might be used in future classes. So what I do is I go through and I look at what would be helpful out of context of the class I took it in. These photocopied pages of the book where we did some exercises are good, but they don't really give me like something to study. The book itself, however, has really easy format to follow and study. I don't think I'm going to hang on to the book just because I don't plan on studying Spanish again anytime soon. I kind of want to try learning other languages, but if I was planning on studying Spanish again soon, I would definitely keep it. I'm gonna take down the schedule because I don't need it anymore. I don't need to know where we're going every single weekend. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's gonna be kind of weird going back and then not going to a different city every weekend. Have I become a party animal? Anyway, so this is kind of my delicate shelf, like things that I don't want to be squished under other things. I forgot to tell you guys, this witch hazel, Professor Madden stepped on it when we went to go visit Leon, and I thought it was so cool. It's so vibrant, the green color. Anyways, I forgot to show you that when I made the video. Here's the cool rock that I got from Montserrat, and here's the conglomerate. My temple recommend is also up here just because it doesn't fit in my phone wallet with the other cards there, and we only go to the temple every once in a while. But it's in an important spot so that I won't be able to lose it. Got, of course, the French branch back here. I have a feather that I found on that hike that we went on that one time. And leaves and feathers and things that are gonna break are probably things that you're just gonna throw away because it was cool to hang on to for a few weeks, but then it just kind of becomes clutter. Speaking of clutter, something I did not expect to build up over the last, several months is headphones. They give you free headphones when they give you a tour that requires headphones, and I've just been keeping them. I mean, I have, several pairs of red ones. I think red is the favorite color around here. I've got, these teal ones. I've got this blue one that only has one ear on it, which is interesting. I got these white ones from Cinderella's Castle, and they have a tiny little castle on there. Earphones aren't something that are sentimental for me, so I'm probably going to get rid of all of these. Except maybe the castle ones. I don't think I'm going to be able to transport this back to the United States. There are tiny little sprouts growing inside. Can you see the sprouts? Which means that the dirt's good, but the leaves on top are crispy and spiky, I might add. So I think I'm going to leave Bon Simon here in Spain. I have a variety of Spanish coins, which I'm going to keep because I think currency from other countries is cool. Another thing we got on Valentine's Day was these chocolate roses. This used to have chocolate in it, but I just molded the foil back into the shape that it was before I ate it. Time to take down the pictures of the fam that I taped to the wall. If you're on a mission or at college or living away from family, a picture of your family is like a very essential thing to have. And it doesn't take up that much space in your suitcase, so yeah, essential item to have in your home. Taking down the big family picture here. I've got a postcard from one time when we visited this historical place of significance that I forgot what it is now. Got the Come Follow Me schedule and a picture of Christ, which is another essential picture to have on your wall. Then I got Picasso's famous painting, well, a little version of it anyway. You know, it is all in black and white in real life, and I could just look at this for a while, trying to figure out where his mind was going, what he was thinking as he was drawing it. Favorite artist right here. I put up sticky notes to help me remember things, this is the address of the place I'm staying at. This was a little to-do list that I had a couple weeks ago that I forgot to take down. This is some notes I had for an essay that I was going to write, but I ended up writing a different one. I double, triple taped this to the wall, so it might not come very easily. Oh, there it goes. All the tape sticks together. Rolls of tape are convenient because they all stick together when you take them off the wall. Finally, last thing I want to reminisce about is the hearts. So you may recall that on Valentine's Day, I heart attacked everybody's doors. And it was fun to do, everybody felt really loved. What I didn't tell you was that a little while later, all of them heart attacked me back. And not just any heart attack, these hearts are literally, I gotta show you. It says, be mine. You are so delightful. I love you. All of them are puns. I do not know what I would do without you. Love you from my head to my toes. I like the drawing on there. It's cute. Marie, we all love you. And then this one says, Marie, I heart all your puns and bromas, which is like jokes. Gracias for your enthusiasm and happiness. Love, a secret someone. And then there's this one. Marie, you are a beautiful soul and absolutely an amazing person. Thank you for your kindness and happiness. Always, someone. If you ever have an inkling to leave someone a sticky note, especially in the shape of a heart or with a heartwarming pun, do it. Nothing can make a person's day more than a good pun or a nice note. I guess that's all the packing reminiscing I wanted to do. It's truly been awesome. This is probably the best study abroad experience I could have asked for. They even gave me a diploma. Ba-da-da-ba! Living in a different country can be tiring. Of course, I'm a little sad to be leaving, but mostly I'm just excited to go home. That's all for this week. Ciao for now!